Y'all, I got a dating update. So you guys remember the last Dating in Atlanta series that I posted? The one that I said about the contestant number 4 and we stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning talking on the phone? Y'all, this man has sent me a package and I just went to go pick it up. He said I can't open the package till tomorrow, which is actually our first date. And this man is taking me to an NFL game for our first date. Way to set the bar. Ladies, we're not accepting no dinner and movies no more. We're only accepting events. And it's giving, I really like her. I'm going to apply some pressure towards her. Literally, the thought process, the effort, the efficiency, just, I don't know, y'all. The pressure that he's been applying towards me since day one has literally been a breath of fresh air. When I say polar opposites from my ex, complete polar opposites. It's true when they say what a man won't do for you, another will. Y'all, I'm so excited to go on this date tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, she's saying a whole lot, but what if this dude turns out to be a total creep? Like, she's putting too much expectation on who this man is and what he's done for her this far without even meeting the guy first. Don't do that. Don't do that. That could be dangerous. Sound like she might be giving somebody the benefit of the doubt before they actually are deserving of the benefit of the doubt. But let's listen a little bit further.
Just wish me luck. I already know it's gonna go good, so I just know, and I'm so excited.
Now, she said, ladies, we're not accepting any more dinner and the movie dates, only events. Now, ladies, don't accept that. Do not sit here and accept that. Because as you should know, the first date should be the least expensive date. You shouldn't even want somebody to come out of pocket heavy for you and you don't even know who this person is. You shouldn't want that. Because depending on the individual, he might feel like you should be obligated to do something for him in return if he's coming out of pocket so heavy for you. Keep that in mind if you're single and you're out here going on these first dates. These guys might feel like, hey, look, I paid $600-700 on this date. I'm going to need you to do something for me. And then you could be putting yourself in a predicament that may not be the most favorable. But we got updates on this date, y'all. Let's check it out.
Y'all, I have a dating update, and let me just say, I'm going to need a couple parts of this video.
As y'all can tell, the demeanor has changed quite a bit. She don't look so giddy as she did before. She said she going to need a few videos to give us this full update. Let's listen. There's something to learn here.
And I just need y'all to watch the whole thing through and listen to understand me. So I'm going to start off by saying this, and I'm not going to say it to like put this man's business out there. Y'all don't know who I'm talking about. Y'all wouldn't even be able to pick him out from a lineup if y'all could. So before I had met this man in person, he had told me his ex put a stalking charge on him.
She said before she met this man in person, her ex put a stalking charge on him. I know a bunch of ladies listening to this right now would have been like, yes, and I wouldn't have met up with him in the first place after he told me some mess like that. Smart. You're smart.
I still decided to meet him in person, yes, but he told me that his ex didn't show up to court. She didn't have evidence, and the charges were dropped. I looked it up. He did have a stalking charge on him, but I don't know how to look up to see if those charges stuck. So with me getting to know him, meeting him in person, and experiencing him, I now understand how he could be a stalker. This man is a great man, and he's very nice. He's very sweet. I think if he went to therapy to work on his attachment issues and his clinginess, that he would be a great husband to someone one day. I'm just not that woman. So, first, let me say this. I haven't even known this man for a week yet. Yesterday was our first time meeting in person. Before we met in person, he told me he loved me.
Wait, she said before they met in person. Dang.
Taken back from it. I never told him I loved him back. I told him I had strong feelings for him and I liked him. And I told him I think he had strong like for me, but I didn't think he loved me. Now, he did say it a couple times after that. He said it a few times, more than a few times while we were together in person. And I just think love that fast is not genuine. So the gift that he surprised me with was a pair of heels. He also was trying to gift me wine. I don't drink alcohol, y'all. I don't drink alcohol. I had told him this a handful of times. I don't wear heels. I haven't even worn a pair of heels since 2021. We had a discussion about shoes.
She said that. She said that like that wasn't last year.
So even though his heart was in the right place and the thought did count, I think that he was doing those things for confirmation or trying to prove a point or prove that he was a good man. I don't think it was genuine. To me, genuine gift giving is learning somebody, listening to what they tell you, their likes and their dislikes, and what they do and what they don't do. So I just feel like it was just another part of his confirmation.
She's also trying to get at by saying that is validation. He's trying to validate himself with her. You know, he's trying to make sure that she understands that, hey, look, I am a good man. Let me show you the good man that I am. Fellas, I want y'all to really listen and pay attention to what it is that this young lady is saying in regards to how this guy was to her. Now, you might find some similarities in maybe how you used to be at one point. I've seen guys that I know personally go through stages where they exhibit this same sort of attachment behavior that she's proclaiming this man had, alongside just these type of characteristics where the guy is trying so hard to prove himself to the woman that he's doing all these things without this woman actually being hers. And what it is he's literally simping hard over her, buying her gifts, taking her out on these big dates before he even gets to know who this woman is, telling her that he loves her. You would think that this man is a boy in the way that he's approaching this dating situation, but yet he's had a previous girlfriend before. He's acting as if he's haven't had much experience in knowing what these women actually like and what they look for.
This man did tell me his love language was words of affirmation. But every single little thing he did, every act he did, every single little thing, he needed confirmation that he was a good man. What he was doing was great. That, and to me, it was just not genuine. Like everything seems forced.
I can't help but to think as I'm listening to her tell this story that he might have been raised by a single mother that didn't teach him anything when it came to dating, and that he didn't have a father figure or a male role model in his life at all to give him the guidance, to, you know, kind of show him the ropes in regards to how he should be with women. What he's doing is literally the polar opposite of what women actually like, but I bet you he thinks that this is what women would want. Yeah, take me out on nice dates, buy me gifts, tell me you love me.
And I've dated enough times and been in enough relationships to know when someone is truly doing something because it's of their character. To me, it was just forced. And that's why I think a lot of things that he was doing before we met in person was love bombing. I think there was an underlying issue or something that he was trying to hide. And you could just tell, like everything just seemed forced. Like he needed confirmation for everything that he did. This man cried because he was so happy and he appreciated so much of my time. Now,
it also sounds like this is his first baddie. You know what I'm saying? If you want to consider this woman to be a baddie, an attractive woman, this might be the first time that he has had an opportunity to deal with a woman of her beauty, of her caliber, of her whatever you want to call it. He's so overwhelmed and taken back by it that he's just displaying the biggest simpery. You would think that he ain't seen a single one of these type of videos on this side of YouTube.
Before y'all come in my comments talking about men can express their emotions. Yes, I get it. But crying to me was just another form of his just clinging attachments. Like, you could thank me. We could genuinely say, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. But just being that overly emotional to where you are crying, it just was too much. So he kept telling everybody I was his girlfriend, which I kind of didn't like that because I thought we were clear on like growing towards something and not like rushing to that. But the fact that he just kept mentioning I was his girlfriend, I was his girl.
I have a buddy. Bless his heart. He does this. Anytime he gets into any new situation with a female, he immediately claims her to be his. Like, if she goes out on a date with him and she agrees to another date, that's his girl. That's his girl.
Was a red flag to me. I didn't like it at all. When I first seen him, I did hold his hand and I did give him a kiss. But throughout the night, and I kept noticing like these things, I noticed myself just drifting away from him. The chemistry just was not there. And before all you guys come in my comments and be like, oh, you know, you just used him to go to the game and stuff like that. Y'all, I just took my kids and my cousin to a Falcons game in Atlanta 2 weeks ago. And I spent $500 each on those tickets. We sat fourth row from the field. My money is very long. I don't have to work. A lot of what I do is passive. So my time is basically free. I make my own schedule. And if I choose not to work, I don't need to. It's a choice for me at this point.
She had to clear the air because she know what people will say in the comments.
So do not come in my comments talking about, oh, you just used him to go to a football game or do this. No, I could take myself on a game. I genuinely was like interested in getting to know him and meet him in person, because over text and over phone and over FaceTime, like, I was very interested. Like, the chemistry was there. It was just not in person. And I feel like those attachment issues are his biggest downfall. And I don't have no place, no position in my life. And I'm not in no position in my life to be exhausted by someone's needs and clinginess and always needing attention at this point. So y'all, let me know if it's the unhealed, damaged version of me that is like running from this man.
I can see people in the comments right now in my video saying, yes, you're unhealed, you're damaged, that's why you're running away from him. But truth be told, I see some similarities in the old version of me in this man. Not this whole stalking thing, but the whole love bombing and wanted to buy gifts and do all this stuff for someone before even getting to really know them. And part of it had to do with society. It's one thing to be told throughout your life how you're supposed to court a woman, but it's a different thing to understand what that actually looks like. Now, you can look at what he was doing and think of it from the standpoint of, all right, here I am, a young man. I have been introduced to the world. The world is telling me this is what I need to do in order to attain the attention of women. So I'm going to do exactly that. Take them out on nice dates, buy them nice things, tell them how much I appreciate them. Let them know that I'm a good guy. All these sort of things. If you misinterpret what that information is, you can easily become what this guy was. And that's something that I did. I'm not even going to hold you. That's something that I did until I learned otherwise. But when I learned the truth, when I learned what it really was, I didn't take it, become bitter, and start to hate women or dislike women and feel as though women were the problem. I looked within. And in finding myself and who it was that I was supposed to be and how I was supposed to move, it became a lot easier to acquire the attention of women. And the best part is, usually they go with your flow. They match your energy. Whatever it is you're putting out, they're receiving. They're putting it back out to you. It's a difference. You just got to learn the information, the correct information to get you from where you are to where you want to be.
Or if y'all really feel like, okay, you know, this is a walking red flag and it's just going to be too much and too exhausting, seriously. And what was also confirmation for me is that, okay, so he did get us a room. I did spend the night with him. We were under 2 different covers though. And I think if I genuinely like wanted the chemistry or had chemistry there, I would at least wanted to cuddle with him. The fact that I didn't even want to cuddle, like, and I haven't cuddled in so long, let alone do anything. But it was a green flag. It was a green flag that he didn't like try to push me to have sex with him or like try to be all over me, because, you know, he went all out for the date and everything, that he just felt like I needed, like that was a need. I had to do that for him.
Now, she's saying that was a green flag. I'm pretty sure the reason why she feels as though that was a green flag is because she had already determined throughout the whole duration of that date, before going back to that hotel room, that she wasn't feeling him. That the chemistry wasn't there, that she wasn't that interested in this man. So she's glad that he didn't try to advance her sexually, or that would have been a whole other catastrophe. Had she been into him in person as she was on the phone, it would have been on and popping. It would have been on and popping in that hotel room, considering the fact that they did have to book a hotel room because, you know, they attended the game in a different state. She would have been ready. She would have been ready for the shenanigans then.
That was a green flag for sure. But I don't know, like, just the fact that I didn't want to cuddle, I just knew then when I woke up, I was like, yeah, this is not the one.
That's the end of the video, fellas. I really want to hear from you. Have you seen this sort of behavior in yourself, in your previous self, in your current self, or even in some friends that you know? I recommend, if you do know some guys that are like this, maybe show them this video and explain to them why you're showing them this video, because maybe it could give them a little insight and shine a little light on what it is that they could be doing wrong. And maybe watching this video will help them understand that a bit more. But anyway, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. See ya.